When getting into AI, you can't just buy the AI tools, get the data, and then expect it to work within your company. There's more to AI than that. It's not just plug and play. It's not like other technologies where you could just bring it in and start using it. There is an evolution to AI. There are journeys that you, your company, and key people within your company need to take to better understand AI, to adopt AI effectively, and to have AI perform for your company. AI has been around for quite a while already. It's been in pockets here and there at various companies. And for them to get into those pockets, for them to grow, they've always followed a specific path using the various technologies that you are using now. The thing is that to make them be able to reach the AI step, they had to use the existing technologies effectively already. Because if you don't do that, even if you do AI, it's going to just be a souped up version of the technology you're currently using now. And it's going to lose all the benefits of what it means to be AI. You need to be good using your existing tech. If you don't, your AI is going to act weird, and to fix that weirdness, you're going to have to do a heck of a lot of work. And you can't get away from that work. Oh, some people say you can use deep learning. That doesn't save you. You still have a lot of work to do if you're not ready to do AI. There are a few things you have to ask yourself before you get started. You have to be ready for AI. Are you good at capturing information, complete information? Because your AI is expecting that. Any gaps in that information is going to make it act weird. What about tracking measures, details, things like that? Are you keeping track of the tracking measures? The AI doesn't want any gaps in that either, or else it's going to act extremely weird. You need these measures too because you have to fact check the AI, confirm that the AI is actually doing the right stuff. And what about delegation? How do your people feel about delegating to another person? If they don't like it, are they going to like it if they delegate to an AI? Probably not. And what will happen when the AI starts acting weird and people start digging into it and then finding out all the dirty laundry, all the bad data that resulted in the AI acting weird? Things that people don't like to share will generally come out. They're dirty laundry. And then there are those personalities, the key personalities within your company. You know them. How will they respond to the AI? Because everyone's going to be looking at them and make up their mind on the AI based on how they see how they act. Are they going to be fearful? Are they going to advocate it? Are they going to have it as part of their major vision? Or are they going to see it as just an AI version of the existing tools and technologies, and it's just a fad? You did your due diligence and you feel you're ready to start adopting AI. You need a plan first, something called a capability maturity model or a strategy map, something that conveys improvements over a period of time in specific areas of the company. For instance, culture. How is culture going to change and improve to support AI? How is AI going to influence the culture? Then there is organizational structure. How is it going to change during the AI adoption and successful use of AI? What about the core processes? How are they going to change? How is AI going to fit into all of those things and provide opportunities to be able to have the business change successfully? You've nailed down your plan. You know your true north for AI. It's time to talk about the tech stuff that's changing. Business intelligence. That's a broad term. When I say business intelligence, I'm talking about data, the management of data, the movement of data, structuring of data, the higher processing and performance of going through data. Business intelligence is a bottleneck to AI when BI is not optimal. AI needs the data. It needs the data in a timely fashion. That's mandatory for AI to work. You want AI to be working off the most recent data. To help scope down and optimize your business intelligence, use the portion where you keep caught up, that you have a historic record. Because that part is what the AI mostly needs. And that's also what business intelligence is extremely good at, keeping caught up. Once you've removed all the bottlenecks from your business intelligence for AI, you start looking at your analytics. Analytics is an analysis on the analysis. It is a study of analysis, so it should work hand in hand with AI. It just makes sense. Analytics involves an expert to look at the data, to look at patterns in the data according to a set of rules and perhaps algorithms. The thing is, there is human involvement. Analytics can use the same sort of algorithms that AI can use. So analytics can be a testing ground to see if the AI makes sense in its decision making, and that therefore the next steps an AI tells you should do are indeed correct. When you are scoping down and optimizing your analytics for AI, consider analytics is really good for planning ahead and planning ahead well. And it also helps with keeping up with what you're currently doing extremely well. Consider those two ways of using analytics when you are linking it with your artificial intelligence. Once you have all the needed supports for AI to be successful in your company, it's time to talk about AI and what AI actually does. AI is an accelerator. It helps speed things up. So you have to have a framework in place for it to help speed up. You need the proper data in place, you need the proper guardrails, you need the proper people to help guide the AI so it's going in the right direction. If you don't, the AI is going to give you weird results, and it takes a lot of time to fix weird results. It's better to address those issues with the BI and with the analytics so that you have AI that is very predictable. Use your experts that you use for analytics to help measure and test your AI and to see if the rules that they're currently operating by, that the experts are currently operating by, are indeed still valid based on the data. That is the power of AI. Once you have the plan all figured out, and you know how AI is going to fit in, how things are going to change to support AI, and how AI is going to help support other things, it's time to think about your employees, about the people who are going to be fueling your company using AI. AI is an accelerator. It helps them do what they're currently doing faster. So you have to make sure you know what that is. And you have to make sure that they are incented to follow that track, to go that direction. What are the career tracks for each employee, the key people to support AI? You have to know them. You have to change responsibilities. You have to form new teams and communications. AI fails when it doesn't have the proper employee support, the people that do the heavy lifting to make AI work. Summing it up, when you want to adopt AI, you have to take a good look in the mirror and see if you're ready for AI as a business. You have to ask yourself some key questions to really understand your culture and see if AI is going to be accepted by major people within your organization. The worst thing you can do with AI is treat it as a souped up version of the old technologies that you're using, that it's just a fad. Also, AI has a major impact on a lot of areas of the company. Your culture, business intelligence, your analytics, your project management, your processes, your organizational structure. There's so many avenues where AI can impact your company. Try to itemize them as much as you can and focus on them according to your priorities. You don't want to miss something. Do your due diligence to make AI work. There's nothing magical about AI. As long as you give it the data, give it a direction, it'll get there in the fastest route possible. That is the true power of AI, and that's how we should best use AI. AI should never replace a worker. It should help that worker excel.